So I started a podcast. Yeah. Ever since I can remember, I've always been interested in telling stories. I've always been interested in doing interviews and making videos, whether it was at home with my brothers and sisters on our little karaoke machine, having a microphone, doing talk shows, to my grandfather recording us and having us do silly things on holidays, to high school, doing things with like the news channel. And now it's really just more content creation and trying to find ways to spread important information through audiovisual. And yeah, it's been like that my entire life. So I figure this is the realistic next step for me. Initially, I did not want to create a podcast. I just wanted to create, different kinds of YouTube videos that I could, kind of disseminate to different audiences through YouTube and, try to teach and inspire people, kind of like a motivational type thing. And I actually did that for a little bit. I was getting like little speaking engagements, and I was able to go and, spread some encouragement around to predominantly like the young people. But here recently, I've, really been digging into some of the podcasts that I hear and wishing that, some of the information was a little bit more educational, a little bit more focused on, just developing people and coming from, not just from celebrities, but wanting information that came from just regular folks, and that's where I got the title, the Regular People Podcast, because hearing the word regular is like, it's painful because nobody wants to be called, mediocre. Nobody wants to be called the regular guy or girl or whatever. But honestly, I think there's so much power in owning up to this idea of being the everyday person, because it kind of frees you from a lot of the pressure that comes with like being a standout, or a star or what have you, a celebrity. And I want to interview real people. I want to interview people who don't have an agenda. I want to talk with people who, don't have, a moderator kind of telling them what to say. And that's important to me because I feel like so much of life can be expressed by regular people because we experience so many different things. I consider myself to be a regular person, and I feel like there's so much wisdom out there. There's so many things that can be learned from everyday people that you come across in a grocery store, people that you see at work, people that you sit next to when you're riding the bus or riding the train to school or to work or wherever you're going. There's so much wisdom out there that can help the next person. And I figured, why not create a channel or platform where I can talk specifically to those people and, inspire other folks to, take big steps to, do whatever it is that next thing is for their lives. I think that's super important. I think in starting this podcast, it's important to recognize like the types of investments that I am, kind of getting into as I begin to expand on my channel, not just through podcast work, but through just content creation in general. It comes with a lot of costs. Starting a podcast can be expensive, and if you're like me, you're going to always try to get like the next best thing or the good cameras and, everything that you need to really make quality videos. And I think that was a priority for me. It doesn't necessarily have to be a priority for you. So, I definitely spend around, very close to, $9,000, $10,000 to kind of get this whole setup. I didn't buy everything at once. I don't have $10,000 just sitting around, but, over, maybe the course of about 2 to 3 years, I acquired, a lot of different gear that I'm going to be using throughout. And I'm also looking to get more. Right now, my setup that I have is super simple. I do rent this studio space, but I love it. And it gives me a chance to kind of be consistent. And it also pushes me to create more and to, use the resources that I have to, push myself to do more. Now, I consider myself to be a jack of all trades, man. And it's becoming apparent that having a bunch of skills is much better than just being a master of one skill. And that's kind of the route that I'm taking with this podcast and with everything that I do concerning content creation and my career in general. Creating a podcast is scary. because, you don't know how people are going to take to it. You don't know, how everything is going to work out. You don't know how many people are going to watch your video. You don't know how much it's going to cost to produce these videos. And there are costs to making these videos, believe it. But I think the important thing about starting content creation is understanding your why, understanding why you're getting into content creation. If you're just looking to gain followers and, spread misinformation and do weird stuff with the attention that you get, I can't really speak to that. But if you're someone who has a vision, if you're someone who has a specific goal that they're trying to reach, and you're, trying to develop yourself professionally, I think creating a channel on YouTube or any social media where you can, disseminate certain information about what you do and the things that you want people to know, I think that can only make you better. And that makes me not so afraid, so it's kind of like there are things that make you scared, but then there are things that can kind of, set you a good balance, between fear and determination. I love what I do. I love having this opportunity. I'm super grateful for everything that has been given to me, for every opportunity that I've had to develop and to spread information. I promise that I will always continue to research and learn and try to see what is important for people to know, and try to put the right people in front of the camera and sitting on this couch so that we can have meaningful conversations. I am also looking for more people to join, to come on here and have conversations about things that are impactful and inspiring for the community, for the state, for the city, for, just expanding on out. And that's because, I feel like people want more. People want to be inspired. I think people want to learn about how to live life. They want to learn how to start organizations. They want to learn how to start businesses. They want to learn, how to choose, the right church. They want to know how to choose, the right, there's so many different things that people want, and I feel like I can be, a key component in delivering, whatever it is that is necessary, that is needed. So that excites me a lot too. So if you didn't already know, I am Miles, and this is the Regular People Podcast. I have a YouTube channel called For Regular People Only. Check it out, because I feel like there's a lot of inspiration waiting to be revealed on that channel and through this platform. I appreciate you guys for even looking at this video and for the videos that you'll see later on. Anyway, there's more to create. There's more to share. I'll see you guys later. Peace.